G'day guys, as you already know, my name is Lord Tomo, and here we are again with another Sonic the Hedgehog item toy review. Now Sonic couldn't be with us, he's on a special mission, but he did leave us a little present here for us to review. So let's check it out and see what he gave us. He apparently says it's super rare and all. Sonic, you decided to hide yourself. You know what, we're going to deal with you another day. I'm starting to get bothered by him. Anyway, let's get straight to the actual review. Now, as you can probably read from the title, this is a Sonic X figure set. I think they're referred to, if I'm not mistaken, more or less as a Gashapon? Gashapon? Is that how you pronounce it? It's a Japanese machine. Well, okay, this is what I'm assuming. I know what it is, I just checked that out. It's a Japanese machine that you put a quarters in, something pops out, you open it up, and you can get any of the obviously collectibles of this. Now, in the actual set itself, there is about 11. However, there are 2 secret rare figurines within this set, and if you get them, congratulations, you got the full set plus the super rare. The idea of this vending machine, Gashapon, I'm just not even going to try pronouncing that, Gashapon machine, is basically to constantly putting money until you get the whole set of that, I guess, series. In this case, I'm not too much interested in the other ones that have been released. I'm more interested in Sonic, as you can probably tell by this channel already. Now, every single one of them is exactly the same as the box. I will review each item individually, but for the sake of obviously box reviewing right now, I'm just going to stick with the one since they're exactly the same. Now, already if we get zooming this close, this is a Japanese exclusive sort of item. You cannot get it overseas, and then even if you could, you'll question yourself why, because you know it's all in Japanese. Anyway, so as you can probably tell, I'll bring this as close as possible. As you can probably tell, already you have what it is. It's Sonic X, you can tell by the logo, and obviously Sonic the Hedgehog jumping out. It's got a bunch of Japanese stuff that God only knows what that's saying, but I'm going to assume it's something mystical, something, you know, the whole, oh my god, gotta get it sort of thing. It is from a company known as Sega Toys. They are a reputable company. They don't only make Sonic proprietary sort of toys, they do make other toys. It's more or less their thing. That's what they do, that's what they make. Obviously in this series, this is the Sonic X series. This item was released in 2003, if I'm not mistaken, roughly there, when the Sonic X cartoon came out. That's a little pickup of toy. Let's go around. Now, as I mentioned, there is obviously 11, if you can call the 2 secret characters unique. There's slightly different color variations. But anyway, at the very top you have Sonic the Hedgehog, Tails Mara Prower, Amy Rose, and Chris Thorndike. Not a big fan of this. Actually, my sister wasn't not a big fan of this. She always thought him to be some sort of little girl crying and sulking. Maybe it was just a meh character. It was like, oh, okay, I can see always there. He's a plot hole, kind of thing. So that's one side, and at the other side you have obviously Decoe, Bocoe, you have Dr. Eggman, and one of the secret characters. Now there are 2, as made mention there. There are 2 secret characters. Gotta catch them all. Kind of like the Pokemon thing, really. On the other side is just miscellaneous things, small things here and there. On the bottom there's just a bunch of, I guess, miscellaneous things, if you can call it that. And on this side is the other characters. You have Knuckles the Echidna, Cream, Chao, and Froggy, Big the Cat. Yeah, he's interesting. But yeah, that's overall the actual boxing itself. It's okay, I suppose. If you're a completist or you're an elitist in that sort of aspect, it's a decent box. I'm sure one box will suffice for all. The interesting thing about these sort of items is, you know, you just never know what you're going to get until you get it. So I do have obviously the entire series. I do not know which one are on them. I know they're an entire set because I did look at them at one stage. I just took them out of storage just to obviously review this. So let's get straight into it. So I'm going to be as much as surprised as you are. Okay, there's absolutely nothing in this box, and already we have every single one. Before I get straight to, okay, we have Cream, which is awesome. Her mother's name is Vanilla, which interesting concept. I think it was Vanilla. Yeah, I'm pretty sure it was Vanilla, something like that. Anyway, each toy comes in its own like kind of transparent sort of box. Pretty nice, pretty decent. It's more or less for display purposes. And as you can imagine, how do you get the item? You can take off the lid, standard lid, and at the very bottom it says Sega Toys, made in China, which is pretty, I guess, decent. So let's get this little cute puppy out. Okay, and this is little Cream. Let it focus. Here we go, Cream. Cute little figurine. Actually, it's a sturdy sort of plastic. It's a very hard sort of plastic, but it's kind of, you can move around. You can't, you know, obviously articulate them or you know, pose them, but it is, you know, you can drop them and oh look, it's pretty nice. Extremely well detailed, even to the ears, as you can probably tell. Very homage to the actual cartoon and to even to the game. Very adorable in its own right. Not a fan favorite of Cream, but I'm sure there are people out there who dig her. I'm just not a huge fan of it. So that's Cream. Pretty decent character, and yeah, decent. It's okay. Adorable little girl. Well, as much as you can call a bunny a girl. But anyway, that is obviously Cream. You know, we're gonna put that there, and there's Cream. So we'll put the box over there and go to the next one. So let's see what's in this one. Okay, as you can tell, same box, same thing, and this is Tails, or in other words, Tails Miles Power, if you want to know his full name. Extremely adorable, like weird in a weird kind of way. Like, look at his fringe. It kind of looks like more of a mohawk than anything else, but it's extremely adorable. It's a little too bright here. I'll see if I can. There we go. You can. So yeah, that's Tails Miles Power, giving us an interesting pose. I did quite enjoy that. Very harmless to, once again, to the actual cartoon and game. He's got two tails, obviously being Tails. That's his thing. Another flying character. Extremely well done, down to detail. Very vibrant colors. I do like that in all the Sonic figurines. Very vibrant, very reflective. So that's Tails, and his, you can see from his eyes if, yeah, okay, you can see with his eyes he's still blue. So pretty adorable character. So we put, that's that. Let's go to another one, shall we? And this is, if I'm not mistaken, Decoe? Yeah, Decoe. Yeah, Decoe, I'm pretty sure. Yeah, it's Decoe. So that's obviously the box. Take this little guy out. Very interesting design. It's not as vibrant as the other ones. It's got simple, you know, browns and yellows. It's interesting. Not an interesting character, but it's alright. So it's pretty interesting. I liked in the actual Sonic X, the cartoon, how they had like a what if sort of situation when Decoe and Bocoe basically merge into a mega robot. So pretty interesting. Quite an interesting figurine. It will be extremely hard to basically more or less, not necessarily pose, but stand him up on the stand. But he's there. He does his thing. Well detailed, I suppose. Nothing too outrageous there. And if this holds itself, oh, there we go. Put that box over there. Let's go to another one, shall we? This was this is an interesting one. This is by far the biggest one here. Interesting in his own right. Takes up pretty much 3/4 of the whole container. This is Big the Cat. Froggy. Pretty interesting. Yeah, so he's extremely well detailed. I'm extremely impressed by this, actually. So you can even see his little back. I always wondered how his back looked like. So it's kind of like hair, if you can call it that. Big the Cat. As you can tell, he is a cat. Very, very, very. You can tell how big he is. So the only thing I guess drawback is you don't have him with his frog, which some people might complain, some people don't. I'm not fussed about it. His frog is by far probably the most useless one up there. Okay, we get ourselves our Leaning Tower of Sonic stuff. The next one, okay, here we go. Here's an interesting one. The next one is Amy Rose, Sonic, hopefully lover. So you can probably see. I'll try to see if I can get that. There we go. Green eyes. Very well attention to detail. No, interesting pose, to be honest. I'll be interested to see a more larger version of this character. I know there's a jazzware for this. I'm just want a more better proportion one. So yeah, interesting. Yeah, you got her little I guess fringe, which is cute, decent, I suppose. So there's that. Interesting. Put that over there, and we make another stack just here. Okay, next one. Oh, this is going to be interesting. Aha! The other one was Decoe. This is Bocoe. I'm not even sure if I'm pronouncing it right, to be honest. Bocoe? Is that how it's pronounced? Bocoe. I'm just going to pronounce it as Bocoe because, that's what I do. Anyway, so there's Bocoe. Interesting little character. Once again, well detailed to detail. Didn't really like these sort of minions. I like the whole Cubot and what is it? Circlebot? Cubot from the Sonic Colors game. Yes, Sonic Colors game. And also the comics, which was I dig those characters better than this one. These are nice, but not really my favorite. Tell you what, detail kind of gives the whole Bender look from Futurama. If you guys ever watched that cartoon, which is at least in little animation. And we get to the next one. Like I said, these boxes are exactly the same. Nothing separates the other. Just they're exactly the same. And this one. Now this one's interesting. I say that because it doesn't really pay true homage to the whole. This is cheese. Massive, massive, massive. If I bring out the other character, here it is. So you can probably tell it's massive. It's pretty much the size of Cream herself, which is. I just wish they then used a lighter shade of blue. I know he doesn't. I know in my cam he kind of makes it look pretty bright, but when you look closer to it, it's pretty. It's a dark blue. If I turn off my lights, it would look. But yeah, well sculpted, well detailed, very adorable in his own right. They should make more Chaos in my personal opinion, but meh, that's them. And if you look closely to the eyes, well detail. Impressive little figurine, I must say. Put this over there. Hopefully this won't take too long. And yes, here's another one. Not everybody's favorite, but some I guess do. This is a meh sort of. It's Chris Thorndike. I'm not going to talk too much. Once again, well detailed to sculpt, nicely pieced together. Nice shorts, nice. I just hate this character. Just like really hated this character. I didn't mind the character, just really hated it. Well detailed face. His pose reflects how he is in the actual cartoon. Very mundane, very boring, very I have no friends, my life is endless, blah blah blah. So, we're just gonna put him there. Let's get to another one, shall we? God, there's so many of these. Yeah, we should have done a part 1, part 2. Alright. And this is by far one of my most favorite little figurines of the set. As you can imagine, we have good old Sonic the Hedgehog there. Nice attention to detail, nice blue eyes, nicely coloured, no overlapping of colours, which is always impressive. And I obviously love, if you look closely, his back spikes and his tail. For such a small little figurine, I know they probably used a cascade or mould for this, but I still loved it, extremely well done. Mind you, this was done in one hit most likely, not super glued or anything, so they would have probably had to paint this individually, I'm only assuming. I absolutely love this figurine. Put that there. We're getting there, guys. Don't fright. We're almost done. If you have places to go, you can pause it and come back later, but I encourage you to watch it all. And this is Dr. Eggman. Not the old Dr. Robotnik, but Dr. Eggman, who's technically Dr. Robotnik, but for the sake of the way he looks and what people call him and what people know him. This one's interesting. Like, his skin color is a little maroon. He kind of looks more Mexican than anything else, but he's there. Well, very well sculpted. I would have preferred him more to have a more, epic sort of pose. More, I am the evil genius, Dr. Robotnik. But he's got his hands down as if he's like giving up on life because he looks like he's got a 10. Or he might be Mexican. I don't know, guys. You never know. Put that there. And let's get the other one out. And this is, obviously, as you probably may mention, one of my favorites. This is Knuckles the Echidna. Well sculpted, nice pose, interesting pose to be honest. He's got his little, obviously, tail there. Very well painted, extremely. No overlaying of colours and whatnot. And obviously, if you look closely at his eyes, they are purple. Very hard. It's very hard to see with the cam, but they kind of did like a blend of black and purple, which is awesome. So that's that. So that is that. However, as you can imagine, or as you can see, it's already forming into an interesting set of little figurines there. That's the base set. Now, as you probably know in the box itself, it comes with two secret characters. They come in, there's nothing different in the boxes, they're exactly the same. These are two hidden characters. However, what makes one different to the other, I'll open up this one, because that's what I do. The first hidden character is exactly the same as Sonic, but he's silver. Exactly the same as silver, For whatever reason, I don't necessarily like this. It's just Sonic painted in silver. It's just it's okay. It does its thing. It's very adorable. It's exactly the same as Sonic sculpture. So, but it's there, I suppose. Not my favorite. Kind of pointless to get it. That cost me an interesting price. And lastly, the second hidden character. Go back and take this out, and this one, even though it's painted as gold, this is the rarest of the collection. It's like, once again, exactly like the silver and exactly like the blue one, only painted gold. For whatever reason, I dig this one. I don't know. I hope I can get a good reflection out of this, because it glitters. There we go. It glitters with the light, so it looks pretty impressive. So he's like, there. You have Sonic. Comes in its own little case as well, which is impressive. Now I'll see if I can get a good view of the whole thing. You know what, let's stick with Sonic, just the gold Sonic up there giving us the big thumb ups. Now this collection overall is quite pricey. Now the base set, you can probably get the base set being all of them, including the original Sonic, for about $80 thereabouts. That's how much I got the base set. Have the two legendary ones, which is obviously the gold and the silver one, a little pricey. The silver one sent me back an additional $30 by itself, and the gold one, okay, the gold one I found once by itself, and I maxed it at $90, and somebody outbidded me. So I'm like, okay, fair enough, I'm gonna back down. You know, that's pretty impressive. I saw another base set, a seller who basically sold all the base set except the silver one, but with the gold one included. I contacted him. I said, look, I just want to buy the gold one. Can you come here? He was like, no, you have to buy everything. And the whole set was about $100. I'm like, come on, guys. You know, I'm like, come on, man, just come here, deal. I just want the one character. I was like, no. Then I said, okay, look, I'll give you about $100 just for the gold one. If you just send me the gold, I was like, no, you have to buy everything. The reason I wanted the gold one is to save up on shipping. And then I bought the whole base set. I bought the whole base set and the gold Sonic the Hedgehog, and that sent me back about I'd say $120. So the whole thing entirely is about, I would say about $200 thereabouts. If you're an elitist and you're a collector of just everything, mind you, you don't need the gold or the silver. I just wanted it because it looked, you know, I just wanted to complete the set. It was just like, I got everything, I just need to, so I got it. Now in terms of rarity, since this was released in 2003, it is going to send you back. Now different pieces have different rarities. The base set itself isn't as rare as the silver one, but the legendary one is obviously the good old gold one. So I'll probably have to bump this off. The base set itself, I'm going to divide this in two, first time in this review. The base set, I'm probably going to review a 5 out of 10 stars. You can probably get the base set. The silver, 5.5 stars out of 10. The gold one by himself, I'm going to have to bump that up to maybe 7.5 stars out of 10. So overall, it kind of averages out depending on what you want. I know it's a little pricey, but look, it's out there if you want. Now, the good news is to this is, since, as you probably already heard, I have two sets. I have two original base sets. I will be giving out, since I already have another base set, you know, I don't need another one. I'll be giving out, you know, the other base set itself. I'll put him back up there actually. I'll explain that later on down the track if I make when I make another competition, but I'll let you know. I have another base set of these, so I'll probably give that away as another competition. Anyway guys, I do hope you like this review. I know it's a little longer than usual, but I hope you enjoyed it for what it was, and I hope you do enjoy it and come back and watch some more. Take care.